Today we are learning how to sew a second sampler with more basic embroidery stitches. You can buy the kit with everything you need linked below, or you can click the link for the free PDF pattern also linked below. Today's lesson is in 2 parts. Timestamps are below. You don't need to have sewn the first sampler to sew today's sampler. If you wish to sew the first sampler, everything you need for that will be linked below. In the first sampler, we focused mostly on lines with a few different shaped stitches and 1 filler stitch. This time we have mostly shape and filler stitches, but we will still have 1 outline stitch. We will start with this line stitch, creatively called outline stitch, and we are going to use it for the fence and for the hill outline. As always, we come up from underneath and go a stitch length away, whatever length of a stitch you wish. Don't pull all the way through. Peek that little needle's head up in the middle and pull through. And you go not the exact same stitch length here, but from here to here, if that makes sense, which hopefully it does. See, this stitch is about from here to here length. And then we go snuggling up next to the last stitch instead of going in the middle of the empty space there, and pull through. This is very similar to where the stem stitch, or how the stem stitch is, but the thread always stays below and the stitches are a little bit more rope-like. So we've reached an edge, and all you do is go close to your last stitch, and then you pull through, and then you just come up right about here to continue. And we soldier on. In my opinion, there is no soldiering on. I think embroidery is so much fun. So you start again like it's the first stitch, and so you come up in the middle instead of right next to your previous stitch. And then you keep going. Here I'm at the very end of a section. I just go right next to the next stitch, or the last stitch I mean, and then we go down, and then here, right here, there's a little spot right there. I'm just going to make a stitch without attempting to do the outline stitch because it is too small. And then we continue on. Moving right along to the twisted chain stitch. So we come up and come down very snugly next to your first stitch, but not in the exact same hole. Don't pull all the way. Grab this and give it a nice twist. Come up here. nice little twist. Hence the twisted chain. And to begin again, you just go right next. Nice and snuggle-like within that loop. You want to give it a nice twist. Come up. And there you are. Now I'm going to make it a little bit longer than what my pattern has here. And I did not finish the fence because I do need to finish this tutorial before my darling children come back. So I am continuing here, and I'll just fill in the fence later. There we go. And to finish this stitch, you just simply come down on the other side of that loop in the middle to make it nice and secure. And then you just move on. Now we are moving on to the Fern Stitch. So you can use the stitch for ferns, of course, but you can also use it as decorative things on borders, or you can use it on your clothes, around pockets. My preferred thing to embroider on pictures. So really you're just following along the lines. I do the inside lines first. Then I do the outside lines. And as you sew, you will be just going over the fence lines. Now, as you can see, I had to finish the fence, I realized, in order to sew the fern. And there you have the fern stitch, all done. Alright, so we are moving on to the French knot. The French knot are the little dots that are along here. Now, because you have sewn there, it's a little hard to see where the dots are, but you can always look at the picture at the end of this video, or it'll be with your kit, or you can just randomly put it wherever you'd like. Truly doesn't matter. So we hold the floss in our left hand, go like this, around the needle once, twice. I'm going to go 3 times. You can experiment with this and see what you like, but the more you wrap around, the bigger the French knot will be. But if you do it too many times, it can become a bit messy. So here, you just gradually pull it through. And there's that beautiful little French knot. It looks like the perfect bud. See right there? I just think it's the cutest thing. Isn't it just the cutest thing? Alright, so we continue. So up you go. So you want to go a little bit off centered. Hold it once, twice, 3 times, down, and are the turtle and not the hare here and there. Just going right over the fence, just like you did with the fern. So here we are doing the Pistil Stitch. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is how you sew it. So you come up, and then the reason this is right after the French knot is because it's basically just the French knot with a tail. And then you just repeat. And there you have it. That's how you sew the Pistil stitch. That's what the border is. So you can do that at any time. See you in the next stitch.